So we're going to kick that off right now with Ancient Owl Brewing. We're going to invite up Marzen, I'm going to blow this, Andrew Skowich?
Sure.
Skowich.
Andrew Skowich.
Andrew Skowich. Marzen, you have 3 minutes.
Should have drank more beer. Okay, so I'm Marson from Ancient Owl Brewing. We're a startup brewery, so we're 0 years old. Planning on opening in Lisle, Illinois, about 45 minutes from here. Our mission statement, I'm not going to read it. We're about world-class beer, but we're also about the atmosphere. All three of us are mountain bikers and snowboarders. We've traveled to Oregon, Colorado, Asheville, the meccas of beer in the United States. All of them have awesome beer, but they also have these beacons, these social beacons, the local breweries, and that's really kind of what we want to be. Those are the breweries we remember, so that's what we want to bring to Illinois. Not a whole lot of that here right now. The brewery, nice and big, 12,000 square feet, 3,100 square foot tap room, huge outdoor area, bonfires, bags, mini orchard, hops growing. We want people to come with their kids, with their dogs, kind of gather. We want to specialize in American and Belgian-inspired beers, Sour Wild program. We're going to start out with 10 barrels, plan to brew about 600 barrels that first year. Based on conservative estimates, about 7 barrels per seat per year. We're looking at being profitable in 2 years with straight payback. That's not taking into account rapid expansion, which we're open to. But, you know, there's stuff you got to show on the financials, I guess. Through a lot of due diligence, we actually have partnered with Lisle, and we met with every single city that we wanted to potentially open with and pitched our idea for the last 3.5 years. Lisle was very receptive. They're providing the building at basically a very discounted rate for the first 5 years, so very low overhead, which allows us to kind of do our dream. The founders, me, my wife, and a buddy of ours. I'm ex-project manager for construction in the healthcare division and an ex-carpenter. My wife is an executive director for one of the largest privately funded foundations in the country, and Derek is a writer for a financial trade magazine, marketing extraordinaire, kind of born entrepreneur. He's really valuable for our company. And the beer, it's Berliner Weiss style, secondary fermentation on blueberries. It's kettle soured, no boil. Carbonation's a little bit off, but like I said, we're 0 years old, so it's pilot, so we'll fix it. I got 11 seconds. Basically, we want to be a place where families can come and want to come back because the beer's that good and it's that much fun. And Hawks win.
There you go. So what do you guys think of the beer? A little sour to start the day. Start with you, Pat.
Lacking carbonation. Obviously, it's not the best way to show it, I think, but there's a good foundation there. The flavor is there. That's for sure. Blueberry flavor is really nice, really fresh. It's not artificial, not saccharine. It's good, clean beer. Clean.
Yes. Thanks. And, Michael, you were talking about storytelling earlier and just the importance of that. What do you think about Ancient Owl's story and this idea of having a beacon?
Yeah, I think operationally there's a story there for sure. I mean, each founder seems to be bringing something unique to the table. The Ancient Owl, I see some cleverness sort of happening in the language on the label that helps understand where that fits into you, how you're going to describe the beers. I don't know if I could connect. I noticed the name of the chain ring tattoo, how that fits into an owl or a wise. We didn't get to that part very much, obviously, but that's something I'm curious about.
Like I said, we're all mountain bikers, so the name kind of comes from two things. One, it's kind of a session-y beer, not very high in alcohol, something you want to drink after a long bike ride in the summertime. And also, Berliner Weiss is like the new hipster IPA, and a lot of hipsters, they ride their bikes.
So just going to squeeze it into that niche of the
market. Yeah,
Like surgical. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
So we see this a lot from newer brewers that have yet to launch or have just recently launched. A real passion for something like mountain biking for you, and then wanting to tie the brand to this passion. Does it connect for you guys? I mean, maybe Doug, does that connection jive? And how do you sort of separate your personal passion with maybe the passion for the business and the beer?
Well, I think one of my questions I had for you is whether you talk about the experience in the place. Are you going to be very, very brew pub focused, or are you trying to package and distribute?
I totally glanced over that. We're tap room only. No distribution in the beginning. It's something we're definitely open to, but tap room only for our beer, and then guest beers and wine. So in Illinois, that would force us into a brew pub license, but we're definitely not opposed to starting distribution if that organically happens. We're not going to have food.
Will you be selling packaged beer out of the brew pub?
Yes. Lyle is allowing us to do packaged goods out of the brew pub. And the reason we want to do food is you always got that one foot, and we can get rid of the guest beers, get rid of the wine, self-distribute, and it's kind of like the best of both worlds. And Lyle's been great, man. They understand all of this, and they're super behind it. They tailor-made their liquor license for us. We sat at the table with them and drew it up, and it still has to be approved on Monday, but it's going to happen.
So 12,000 square foot facility, 10-barrel brew house. Ben, you're in the brew house all the time. Those numbers match up for you. Now knowing that it's going to be strictly tap room focused, how do you see that playing out?
Yeah, I think size-wise, 10's going to be a lot of work. As growth starts to happen, you don't want to get in that cycle of, oh, I need a 15 barrel. Oh, now I need a 30. Oh, now I need a 50. But you don't want to start too big initially as well. So that 10 to 15 is barrel brew size is definitely a good launch point. I'd be a little more curious. How are you packaging currently?
Well, we're not.
Oh, you're not. Okay, so are
we're
you going to
we're brewery in planning. So
Okay.
Currently, I'm serving beer to friends at my house.
Okay, perfect. Would your friends pay for your beer?
I hope so.
Okay, good.
They've said they would. I should add, we do have a line item for in our financials for a traditionally schooled brewer. I come from a home brewing background, but we do want to have a classically trained brewer to make sure that process is dialed in. We do have a line item for a small lab to make sure our quality is on point. We've thought it through. We want the beer to be very important, but we also want that, like I said, that social beacon aspect to be important as well.
All right. So we're just over time. Carmen, last word. Any final thoughts?
I think that there's some really good elements to all of it, like the branding and the beer and the space specifically. It seems like it could benefit from a red thread that sort of connects all of those things together.
All right. Awesome. Marzen, thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you for the opportunity, guys.
I'll take that from you.